all the other family members who have made it to today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct pleasure at this time to introduce to you the host of today's ceremony, Colonel David L. Slonaker, Commander, 6th Medical Logistics Management Center.
First and foremost, thank you for coming out in this weather. And for those of you who came down from New Jersey, wow, that's pretty impressive. You're probably used to driving the snow. I heard this morning there's several folks in our unit whose family members had never even seen snow before. So I find that to be kind of an amazing story in and of itself. And as we decided, all of us, to wear our nice uniforms today, right? And so it reminds me of in Arlington what happens every day down there. The soldiers who stand in guard in front of that tomb are wearing the exact same uniform you soldiers are wearing right now. Nothing different. They've got special little taps on the bottom of their shoes. They're probably a little taller than me, but it's the same uniform. And at the end of the day, that's what we represent, the uniform. And we wear the uniform with pride, we wear it with honor, and we enjoy what we do every day. And after 30-something years of service, I won't go there too much, in 2 services, having talked to Master Sergeant Laboy on a couple occasions, you can tell that he enjoyed wearing the uniform. And so on behalf of the 6th, on behalf of the United States Army, and all of you family members who are enjoying this day with us, thank you for your service. You're going to hear a lot of that over the next few years. Thank you for your service as veterans. But everyone was watching Saturday Night Live, I don't know if you do or not, but there was a great now Congressman-elect, and he said, what we should say is, never forget. And that to me is a very powerful conversation. You never forget the sacrifices that you make while you're in uniform. Never forget the sacrifices that the family make supporting those in uniform. And at the end of the day, regardless of race, sex, creed, and all those other things, what you find over and over again when you talk to people who wear the uniform, we are much more alike than we are different. And that's the reason why we enjoy what we do in the Army. And again, thank you so much for your service to our great nation. People talk about that, right? And soldiers make history. What we do, where we go, the battles we fought, we are a part of history. And you, in your career, Master Sergeant Boy, made history a part of our nation. So again, thank you very much for attending this ceremony. I won't speak too much because the person following me speaks much better and usually much longer. So thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce the guest speaker for today's ceremony, Sergeant Major Tony Flanagan, MRMC Operations Sergeant Major.
I did something that I normally don't do. When I give speeches, I wrote a speech. Yeah. I'm gonna scrap it. I know. It's not who I am. I think it's best heard when it comes from deep within the heart. So I'm gonna talk from the heart about this day for Master Sergeant Ishmael Laboy. First of all, I want to thank God for waking all of us up and allowing us to be here today. Because it's not a given. And a lot of times we take it for granted. So, praise God for that. Second, Master Sergeant Laboy, I am honored and humbled that you asked me to be your guest speaker today. You could ask anybody across the globe that you've touched and come across many great leaders. So I am extremely humbled that you chose me. Well, I don't know if it's because of convenience, because I'm across the way. Hopefully not. But I am honored and humbled for this. I want to give another big round of applause for his family, Patricia and Giovanni, for being by his side throughout his career. For Patricia, it's been, 20 plus years? Yeah, 20 plus years by his side, so she wears a uniform just like he does, And for his son, it's been, how long? 19. So 19 years, he's been supporting his father, our NCO, our leader, so he can do what he needs to do on a day-to-day basis. And that's lead soldiers, develop soldiers, and support our nation's cause. And that's the bottom line. So that's a tremendous sacrifice. So I want to give the family another round of applause. All right, for the rest of the family, thank you for being here. You know, it means something, and I know it means something to him that you decided to wake up, transverse through this weather, to be here to see a great soldier in his career. A great soldier in his career. A lot of retirement ceremonies aren't like this. You know, they're very formal. A lot of guys and gals get up there, they say what they say, they pay tribute to them, and then everybody leaves. You know, but what the 6th does to honor folks who have served in uniform, to me is special. It's really special because it's from the heart, it's up close and personal, and it's just a family atmosphere, you know, and everyone can share and feel part of the ceremony. So you can't beat that with a stick. All right. So here we go. So I met Master Laboy in 2009. I was coming in young first sergeant at Fort Sam Houston for Alpha 264. And embedded up under Alpha 264 was the schoolhouse where the baby Jays get their formal AIT training. And lo and behold, one of my instructors was a high-speed staff sergeant named Staff Sergeant Laboy. And why do I say that? Because I was here. You know, when the students get away from the schoolhouse, they talk. You know, they talk. They talk either bad or good about the instructors, and they talk bad or good about the AIT platoon sergeant. You know, but if you were squared away, you are always being talked about in a good way. Like, I really learned something today. This instructor, it really taught us what we need to know. And the name that kept coming out was Staff Sergeant Laboy. So I got to get over to the schoolhouse to meet Staff Sergeant Laboy. Well, that's what I did. Cool. So I walked over to the schoolhouse, only about 200 yards away. Cool. And I wanted to see what great leader was training and developing our future leader. Yeah, that's basically what AIT is. Cool. You're training a skill craft for those folks to get into the operational army to navigate their career and to contribute to the mission. So it's leaders here today. That's a direct result of his mentorship and tutelage when he was an instructor. So to me, that deserves a round of applause. All right, so time passed. I went on to JBLM at Fort Lewis, Washington. Took over first sergeant for 551st Medload Company. Did my time there, deployed, came back, PCS to Germany. Boom. Hey, guess who's in Germany? Guess who's the warehouse NCOIC? Well, who? Tell me. Sergeant First Class, Laboy. I said, I know I'm in good hands. I know I could go do what I need to do as the NCOIC of the division because I know my warehouse and the soldiers within the warehouse are taken care of. Never look back. I never had to second guess it, question anything. Well, because I know that the Sergeant First Class Laboy at the time, he was doing right by the mission, he was doing right by the soldiers, and he was doing right by the NCO Corps. And that's being a leader and leading from the front every day. Every day. Every day he came in. He was excited about what he was doing, and you can hear it. You can hear it when he talked to his soldiers. The passion, the commitment, and the sacrifice, and the love that he put into everything that he did. When he left for the day, he left it all on the field. So I'm pretty sure when he got home, he was exhausted. Cool. And then he had to do what he had to do at home. All right. But at work, every day, he left it on the field. Cool. He didn't leave a soldier behind that needed help at 1700. Well, soldier, come talk to me in the morning. It was never none of that. It was come sit down, shut the door, what do you got? How can I help? That's the type of leader he is. All right, so let's fast forward a little bit. All right, I spent only about 8-9 months in Germany because I found out I was going to the Sergeant Major's Academy. So it was a turn and burn. Well, wife wasn't too happy. We still hadn't finished unpacking boxes yet. All right, but needless to say, went to the academy. First duty assignment here at the 6th, MLMC. All right, so I'm here. Next thing you know, I get an email. Sergeant Major, I'm coming to the 6th. I was like, here we go. He said, I just keep following you. So for some reason, we keep following each other. But the moral to that story is, I knew what we had coming in as an organization. Cool. And my boss at the time, I told him, we got a high-speed mass sergeant that's coming in that's going to hit the ground running. Cool. Named Master Sergeant Laboy. You have nothing to worry about. And guess what? We had nothing to worry about. Nothing at all. You know, so it's sad. It's sad that you got to go. Cool. But you got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean? You really have to do what you got to do. You know, so what I would say, don't forget. Do not forget. Do not ever forget the legacy that you left behind and that you will leave behind. But what I will say is enjoy your retirement. You know, put that uniform up, polish it off, because you never know when you may be recalled to be a guest speaker, whatever the case may be. So polish it off, make sure you stay in shape. You got to do that. You know, but put it up, you know, for safekeeping. But relax. Enjoy your retirement. Because retirement for some folks is hard. You know, for some, they don't have a plan. They retire, they struggle. For some, they have a plan, they retire, they struggle because they miss it. Because they're outside of your regular family, there's no other family like there is in the military. It's just the camaraderie, the structure, everything that the military has to offer. You miss it when you've been in as long as we have. It's what we do. It's in our DNA. It's in our DNA. On the weekends, I wake up early for no reason at all, thinking I gotta go to PT. Or sometimes I get caught putting my PTs on Saturday morning, realizing I don't have to be a PT. I can sleep in, but I don't. Why? Because it's in our DNA. It really is, you know. And I'm proud of you because it's not easy to get to where we at. It's not easy to be a master sergeant. It's not easy to be a master sergeant as a 68 Juliet. Needless to say, you could have been a sergeant. Just because you didn't make the rank doesn't mean you aren't deserving of the rank. Because you have sergeant major CSM qualities every day. Every day you display it. You know, so in my book, in my eyes, you have retired as a sergeant major in the United States Army. Regardless of what the paper says, your skill set and your knowledge and your experience, I know some sergeant majors out there, you would run circles around. And I'm just being honest. You would run circles around. You know. So as you done, because he's going to get that retirement cap that you see at Walmart. He's going to get that. And you know you see all them ribbons and stuff. He got about 12, 13, I think I counted. He going to have about 25 on the cap. So some of it you go question. You know, when were you in Panama? I don't remember all that. But you know, old vets, they like to tell war stories. So he gonna be telling a whole lot. So you got to nudge him sometimes, like you know good and well. You know good and well that ain't true. But you deserve that cap. U.S. Army retired. That's lovely. In that White House. In New Jersey. I seen it. Enjoy every bit of it. You know, enjoy every bit of it. Kick your feet up, relax, You know, I know you're going to a second job, but relax. You know what I'm saying? Relax while you can, and until you get back into the mode of doing what you're gonna do, because you have earned it. You really have. You have earned it. I'm glad that we are brothers in arms when it comes to the Sergeant Arthur Murphy Club. You know, that's a club that it's only 1% of the NCO Corps that gets selected, and that 1%, for the most part, are NCOs who display they are the elite of the elite. It is not easy, but it also shows that you lead from the front. That's what it's all about. You know, you get selected on your merit that you know how to take care of soldiers. Not that you know how to take care of yourself. Woe is me. Look at me and all that I've done. Because all that's on his chest right now is the result of what his soldiers have done. It's the result of what his soldiers have done based on his tutelage and leadership. That's how we get all this stuff. That's how we get promotions. We get promoted based off of what our soldiers are doing. The ones who are spotlighters on me kind of fall by the wayside. The ones who persevere are the ones who are grinding every single day, taking care of soldiers. And just know that while you're at home in New Jersey, happy, don't worry about what's going on back here, meaning Big Army. Why? Because the legacy you've left behind touching countless amounts of soldiers, countless, who are now senior NCOs, officers. They're the future of our Army. They're leading the way based on what you taught them. So guess what? You have no worries. There is no, I shouldn't have. There was one more thing I needed to do. Nope, somebody's already picked that torch up and they're moving with it. Why? Because they know that's what Master Sergeant Laboy would have done. That's what he taught me. They will always remember that, Master Sergeant Laboy. Just know that. They will always remember what you instilled in them. And that's a solid foundation of stewardship, commitment, honor, discipline, you name it, the list goes on. Well, you did what we're supposed to do as the backbone of the Army. So from the NCO Corps, and all the NCOs in here, oh, sorry, sir. Oh, sorry. You decided to go another route, so you're not involved in it. Oh, but for all the NCOs, we want to say thank you. So CSM Spronger can't be here, but I know if he was here, he would say thank you. Thank you. I'm going to continue your legacy. I'm not done. Well, I'm continuing the fight. Oh, because in the background, I still hear somebody singing. It's faint, but I think it's about to get a little louder. Huh? It's about to get a little louder. Oh, but I'm going to take your legacy. It's already in my toolkit, and I'm going to keep pressing on. Oh, until it's time for me to call it quits, and that ain't time yet. Oh, so I'm going to take a piece of Master Sergeant Laboy, and that's going to be part of my DNA and my leadership from this day forward. Tracking? Oh, but be proud. I'm proud of you. Oh, I love you as a brother. Oh, I know your family loves you. Oh, as a husband, as a father, as a soldier. I appreciate your sacrifice. I really do. I really do. You know, and for you, Patricia, you know, you were awarded with something for your sacrifice. Oh, it's one of the highest awards you give to civilians, right? Oh, what is the Mary? Dr. Mary Walker. Oh, so. That is sacrifice times 10, because you didn't have to do it. The only thing you had to do was support your husband. But you supported him, and you supported his troops and the organization. You can't ask no more than that. So you can relax too. Oh, Giovanni, the 2-time Dean's List recipient.
Yes.
Cool. Why is that important? Because showing your appreciation for his sacrifice and for what he brings to the table as your father and for what he does for our country. And that's by being a model son and doing the right thing. You know, because that's what we as parents hope our children grow up to be, is model citizens and that they are successful in life. And you are doing that, so I applaud you. Both of y'all can relax, the whole family can relax, enjoy your big white house in New Jersey. Ooh, it's lovely, it's pretty, y'all earned it, y'all deserve this moment. Ooh, be proud of it, be proud of it. 31 years of military service, 31 years. Wow, that's impressive. Ooh, congrats.
Master Sergeant Laboy, would you please join the official party? Attention to orders. To all who shall see these presents, greeting. This is to certify that the President of the United States of America, authorized by Executive Order 16 January 1969, has awarded the Meritorious Service Medal to Master Sergeant Laboy for exceptional meritorious service while serving in positions of increasing responsibility, culminating as the Medical Material Division non-commissioned officer in charge. Master Sergeant Laboy's exceptional leadership, mentorship, and logistics expertise contributed to significant improvements in the readiness posture throughout Army Forces commands. His focus on mission accomplishment, customer support, and collaboration greatly improved medical logistics support throughout the Army Medical Department. His exemplary performance of duty is in the keeping with the highest traditions of the military service and reflects great credit upon him, the United States Army Medical Research Material Command, the United States Army Medical Command, and the United States Army. Signed, Barbara R. Holcomb, Major General, United States Army, Commanding General. Please be seated. At this time, Master Sergeant Laboy is receiving a Presidential Certificate of Appreciation for his service in the Armed Forces of the United States of America. Master Sergeant Laboy, as from the President, I extend to you my personal thanks and the sincere appreciation of our grateful nation for your contribution of honorable service to our country. You have helped maintain the security of the nation during a critical time in history with a devotion to duty, a spirit of sacrifice in keeping with the proud traditions of the military service. I trust that in the coming years you will maintain an active interest in the armed forces and the purpose for which you serve. Those who follow you in your footsteps will draw inspiration from your commitment, dedication, and sacrifices made to ensure the protection of our Army freedoms, our American freedoms. My best wishes to you for happiness, success in the future. Signed, Donald John Trump, Commander-in-Chief. Whoa. At this time, Master Sergeant Laboy is receiving a citation from his home of Hudson County, New Jersey, from the Honorable Thomas A. DeGuy, Hudson County Executive. The citation reads, "The people of the County of Hudson are always proud to recognize the outstanding personal efforts and civic achievements that their fellow citizens contribute toward improving the quality of life for all in our communities, our country, our state, and our nation. Therefore, in presenting this citation to Master Sergeant Laboy, United States Army, I, Thomas DeGuy, County Executive of the County of Hudson, State of New Jersey, on behalf of the people of the County of Hudson, hereby commend you for your hard work, bravery, and selfless sacrifice on behalf of our nation, and wish you a happy and healthy retirement." Signed, Thomas A. DeGuy, County Executive, Hudson, New Jersey. this time, Master Sergeant Laboy is receiving a citation from the Maryland Governor, the Honorable Lawrence J. Hogan Jr., Governor of Maryland. The citation reads, "Be it known that on behalf of the citizens of this state, in recognition of over 30 years of dedicated and outstanding service on behalf of the United States Army and in honor of the high level of professionalism, leadership, and integrity you have demonstrated throughout your distinguished military career, and as the people of Maryland join in expressing our great respect, admiration, and sincere best wishes on the occasion of your retirement, we are pleased to confer upon you the Governor's citation." Signed, Governor Lawrence J. Hogan, Jr. At this time, Master Sergeant Laboy is receiving a letter from the Commanding General of Fort Detrick and MRMC, Major General Holcomb, Commanding General, United States Army Medical Research Material Command. The letter reads, "Dear Master Sergeant Laboy, on the occasion of your retirement, I convey my deep appreciation for your unwavering commitment to the United States government for over 30 years of faithful and dedicated service. Throughout your career, you have earned the respect of your supervisors, peers, and all the people with whom you have worked. On behalf of the United States Army Medical Research Material Command, I express the well wishes of all of our members. When you reflect on your career, be proud of the significant accomplishments you made to the Army and our nation. Sincerely, Barbara R. Holcomb, Major General, United States Army, Commanding General." At this time, Ms. Patricia Laboy, would you please join up front the official party? At this time, Colonel Sloniker will present the spouse's certificate to Ms. Patricia Laboy. To all who shall see these presents, greeting. This is to certify that Ms. Patricia Laboy, on the occasion of the retirement of your spouse from the United States Army, has earned grateful appreciation for your own unselfish, faithful, and devoted service. Your unfailing support and understanding helped make possible your spouse's lasting contribution to the nation. Signed, General Mark A. Milley, United States Army Chief of Staff. At this time, the soldiers of the 6th Medical Logistics Management Center would like to present Master Sergeant Laboy with a few gifts to show their appreciation for all that he has accomplished. Staff Sergeant Donovan.
Good morning, Six family and Matt Laboy's family, Patricia, Giovanni. So for Matt Laboy, right? Born in Jersey, we know he's a huge Jets fan, right?
Whoa, Jets!
So I'm really happy, but no, he's actually a huge, one of the biggest Patriot fans that I've ever met. Okay, if you've been to his house, his garage, I think the bathroom maybe. Okay, there's Patriot stuff everywhere. The ringtone, the phone, everything. So they say Tom Brady is the GOAT, right? The greatest of all time. The accomplishment, he's 7th-round draft pick, and the championships that he's won, the accomplishment with great receivers, not so great receivers, okay? But for me, the GOAT of all time is Matt Laboy. He is the true hero, okay? He is your true leader because he don't only do it with a 53-man roster, he does it with thousands of soldiers. He did it in AIT, he did it in every duty station that he's been at. Okay, since I got here, on the very first week that I met Matt Laboy, he touched not just me, but everybody. I remember when they said, hey, the new SEC is coming in, and I asked my friend and a battle buddy, Morales, I said, hey, do you know Laboy? He goes, yes. He was my AIT instructor. He is great. He's gonna be so, you're gonna learn so much from him. And in the 1 year that I've been with Matt Laboy, I've learned more than I've learned in my 14 years. I've had great leaders, okay, but Master Laboy sits with you, he coaches you, he teaches you, he mentors you. Even on his way out of retirement, right? 8 times out of 10, when somebody says, oh, I'm already done, I'm retiring, their head is out the door. Now Master Laboy. On the weekends, I get called from Master Laboy. And I'm like, man, sir, Master, are you retiring? It's Sunday, you know that, right? But he tells me, hey, I'm not done yet. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. And we all do, okay? So you touch the lives of everybody in many, many ways. So Major Flanagan hit it on the nail on the coffin. Also, so I thought to myself, hey, he's a Patriots fan. What can we do for Master Laboy? So I went ahead and I, used my Cuban connection, as you say. I reached out to the Patriot organization, and on behalf of the Kraft family, the owner, they said that today they salute you and they're your fans. So there's something in the mail coming in for him, and I think I want to say it's a game ball, but since they lost on Sunday, they don't want to give it. Right? That's what I'm thinking. So, but whatever it is, just know that they're your fans today. Okay, and on behalf of the 6, this was so hard to go around the center to get it signed. I have so many Seahawk fans. They're like, I gotta put my hand on that. Yeah. I'm a Miami Dolphins fan, so for me to get this, it's like it was so hard. But it's a token of our appreciation, and it's the GOAT, Tom Brady, and it's signed by everybody, Mass on it. I want to say thank you so much for everything that you've done for us and your nation, and you do for your family. Gio is a great kid. The time that I've taken him to college, he teaches me stuff. But, thank you so much for everything, my son, and I appreciate you.
I still got to sign that, so.
It'll be right over here on the table for those who didn't get an opportunity. At this time, I'd like to invite Major Keach up front, who will present Master Sergeant Laboy with a 6th MLMC Vanguard on behalf of all the soldiers of the 6th MLMC.
So I'm kind of remiss, they tell me I have to talk. So I'll try to use my man voice, which they tell me I use all the time anyway.
Full circle.
You're gonna drop it. It's all been said about Master Laboy. Great leader he is. What he teaches everybody. I came back from deployment, he was here. He's taught me so much so far, he's actually continuing to teach me. He gives me slides every day. He says, here, give this to all the units that ask questions about DCAM. And believe me, I get a lot of questions about DCAM. So apparently he didn't teach them too well, but he's still giving out information. So on behalf of the 6th MMLC, we give you Vanguard. It says Medical Master Sergeant Laboy, NCOIC, Medical Material Management Division, with great recognition and appreciation for your loyal and dedication to service to the soldiers and to the mission of the 6th MMLC, August 2017 to 1 February 2018. And on the back, I have to read this, and I'm sure he's going to appreciate this. It says, if I just smell it, I gain weight.
At this time, I'd like to invite Sergeant Major Jeffrey to present Master Sergeant Laboy with the non-commissioned officer's sword on behalf of the Corps of the non-commissioned officers.
How are y'all doing? Good. So today is a great and also a sad day, because we are losing one of our battle buddies and a great soldier. So why do we serve? Why do someone chooses to serve in the military for 31 years? It can't be because of the money, because the money ain't that great, right? Can't be. It can't be because, he want to be away from his family so much, right? Can't be, right? Because you have been away from your family a lot, right? So why do we serve? Why do a soldier chooses to serve in the military for 31 years. It got to be for love of country. For love of country. And the oath that we took to defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And yes, Master Son Laboy, I've been to some foreign land, right? I've been there, and back. And while he was there, his wife for over 20 years, Patricia, and son, 19 years, Giovanna, I followed him. I've been there. I've waited all these years, waited for him to come back, patiently. Patiently. First, I'd like to say to Patricia and Giovanna, thank you. Thank you for lending your husband, your dad, the United States Army. Thank you. Thank you for the sacrifice that you guys have made while he was away, holding down the fort. Okay. Thank you, Patricia, for ensuring that your guy's son, okay, stay on the straight and narrow, because it's a difficult job. It's a difficult job, you know, to try to raise, especially a son, while his dad was away. Difficult job. You have done an outstanding job. Congratulations. And to all the sisters, brothers, nephews, cousins, all the family, friends, thank you. Thank you, because I'm a strong believer in this. Without the support and love of family, a soldier cannot do it. We cannot do it. It's difficult. Because when we are far away, and when he's far away, he got to know that somebody back home love him. So you got to stay focused so you come back home. So we appreciate you all. Another round of applause for my son Laboy, I've been in organization now a little over 3 months. And when I got here, I heard a lot about Master Son Laboy. A lot about Smart Son Laboy. Okay, finally met Master Son Laboy. So when I met him, okay, I made him formation one morning, and he told me, I'm retiring. He already took his retirement physical. And if you don't know, once someone takes his retirement physical, guess what? Guess what they don't do? They don't have to do. You don't have to do no PT. You don't have to show up. Because guess what? That retirement physical seal a deal. As a matter of fact, that provider tell you not supposed to in the feet because they don't want to further injure yourself. But guess what he do? Up until the last day. PT. Who do that kind of craziness? I'm gonna be honest. Who do that? Out there every morning, running up and down, working out. Why does he do it? Why does he do it? Why do you think he do it? The love for his soldiers. The love for his soldiers. Okay? And that's very important. That's why he do it. The love for his soldiers and the care and the compassion that he cares for his soldiers. Okay? And I'm very humbled. I'm going to be honest. I'm very humbled to be able to be a part of this organization. Okay? To stand up here and represent as this sergeant major. You know, to say, you know what? We're going to lose a great leader. These years that he's been away from Patricia and Giovanna, okay? We are giving you back to it. We are giving them back to you guys. Enjoy it. Enjoy the retirement, okay? Lay low.
All frontline service by American sergeants during such great conflicts as the Mexican-American War, the Civil War, and the Spanish-American War, and is still used today in the execution of special ceremonies, Giovanna, such as weddings. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The flag folding ceremony represents the same religious principle on which our country was originally founded. The portion of the flag denoting honor is the canton of blue, containing the stars representing the states of our veterans served in uniform. The canton filled blue dresses from left to right, and is inverted when draped as a pall on a casket of a veteran who has served our country in uniform. In the armed forces of the United States, at the ceremony of retreat, the flag is lowered, folded in a triangle fold, and kept under watch throughout the night as a tribute to our nation's honored dead. The next morning it is brought out at the ceremony of reveille, run aloft as a symbol of our belief in the resurrection of the body. The first fold of our flag is a symbol of life. The second fold is a symbol of our belief in the eternal life. The third fold is made in honor and remembrance of the veterans departing our ranks who gave a portion of life for the defense of our country to attain a peace throughout the world. The fourth fold represents our weaker nature. As for American citizens trusting in God, it is to Him we turn in times of peace as well as in times of war for His divine guidance. The fifth fold is a tribute to our country, for in the words of Stephen Decatur, our country, in dealing with other countries, may she always be right, but it is still our country, right or wrong. The sixth fold is for where our hearts lie. It is with our hearts that we pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The seventh fold is a tribute to our armed forces, for it is through the armed forces that we protect our country and our flag against all her enemies, whether they be found within or without the boundaries of our republic. The eighth fold is a tribute to the one who entered into the valley of the shadow of death, that we might see the light of day and to honor Mother, for whom it flies on Mother's Day. The ninth fold is a tribute to womanhood, for it has been through their faith, love, loyalty, and devotion that the character of the men and women who have made this country great have been molded. The 10th fold is a tribute to Father, for He, too, has given His sons and daughters for the defense of our country since they were first born. The 11th fold, in the eyes of a Hebrew citizen, represents the lower portion of the seal of King David and King Solomon, and glorifies in their eyes the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The 12th fold, in the eyes of a Christian citizen, represents an emblem of eternity, and glorifies in their eyes the God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. When the flag is completely folded, the stars are uppermost, reminding us of our national motto, "In God we trust." After the flag is completely folded and tucked in, it takes on the appearance of a cocked hat, ever reminding us of the soldiers who served under General George Washington and the sailors and Marines who served under Captain John Paul Jones, who were followed by the comrades and shipmates and armed forces of the United States, preserving for us the rights, privileges, and freedoms we enjoy today. Effective 31 January 2019. This is to certify that Master Sergeant Laboy, having served faithfully and honorably, is retired from the United States Army on the 31st day of January 2019. The people of the United States express their thanks and gratitude for your faithful service. Your contributions to the defense of the United States of America are greatly appreciated. Signed, Kenneth W. Daniels, Chief Military Personnel Division, United States Army. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present to you Master Sergeant Laboy, retired.
Whoa.
At this time, Master Sergeant Laboy will present his wife, Patricia, a bouquet of roses. For her dedicated service to him as a soldier and to his soldiers, the unit, and the nation. He will also present a coin from the 6th Medical Logistics Management Center Commander and the 6th MONC Detachment.
Whoa. Yeah.
All right, take your time.
Time, it's your day.
The good thing is that most of the stuff I wrote, sorry, I made you Flanagan already said. So as he was saying it, I was like, okay, I gotta scratch that. He said, okay, I gotta scratch that. So, but yesterday I was given a direct order by a field grade officer not to cry. After 31 years of military service, I'm probably gonna be the first to order I'm gonna disobey. So please forgive me if I do that. First, I would like to give praise and thanks to God, for which without his blessing this day would not have been possible. I want to give testimony on how great the blessings of the Lord is, because I don't worship or praise him as he deserves. I don't do that, I know that. Those are one of my shortcomings. But besides that, he has blessed me every single day. He has looked past the part that I rarely talk to him. And he still found it in his grace to bless me with this day and the last 31 years, 5 months and 27 days to be exact. Colonel Sloniger, Sergeant Major Jeffries, Sergeant Major Flanagan, my 6th Medical Logistics Management Center family, my friends, on behalf of all my family, I would like that travels with this, most of them came from either Jersey or Virginia, so they've come a long way in the snow. They said, I would like to thank you for sharing this moment with us, because it's really like the Sergeant Major said, it's a family event. I have 2 families. I have my soldier family and I have my family. I really can't believe that this day is actually here. I mean, it's been 31 years, 5 months, 27 days. And I even play those numbers, see if it gives me luck. But I know I've been in the service since Jesus was a private, so it's about time for me. But on February 1987, when I first took the oath of enlistment into the United States Army, because the United States Navy, it seems like yesterday. I remember that day as it was yesterday. My father actually had to sign for me to come into the service because I was 17. And the one thing that he said to me when I first joined was, he said that he was happy with my decision. Even though I would be leaving, he knew that in the military, I would learn discipline, I would learn in other words, he said in his way that they're gonna take care of you. You know, you're gonna come out a better person, and he was absolutely right. He was absolutely right. So thank you very much, sir. I want to thank the members of the 6th MMC for putting this all together. Specifically my MMD team, Sergeant Media. So I can tell she's not here, she's out training, because that's what we do. You know, the mission must go on, and they had to go out and train. I know that she would have wanted to be here. My battle buddy for a long time, Lieutenant Colonel Norfield, also, you know, it was heartbroken, but the mission must go on, and he went out and do the mission. But he would have wanted to be here today, so I want to thank them for putting this all together. The flag folders, Sergeant Gray and Sergeant Hubbard. That was wonderful. Of all the stuff that was going to go on today, the one thing that I was concerned over, what I wanted to go right, was the flag fold. And you did that. To me, the flag folding was the most important part. That flag that most of us in this room have dedicated and sacrificed so much to defend. So much to defend what it represents. So thank you very much. So our first class Naim, thank you so much for being the voice of this ceremony. Doesn't he have a lovely voice? Lovely. That voice of his, I mean, he needs to be on the microphone. But like Sergeant Major Flanagan said, and Sergeant Major Jeffrey said, no one can do this on their own. This doesn't happen. The ribbons I wear on my chest, the medallion that I have, you know, I didn't earn, you know, they gave them to me. I wear them, but they're really not mine. You know, it was what my soldiers did for me. You know, and because of all the stuff that they did for me, I look good. It wasn't me, so don't say, oh, look at what I supposed to do. No, I didn't do it. It was those men and women behind you who wear the same uniform and have the same patches on, past and present. So I want to thank all of you. So to all the soldiers, sailors, Marines, and airmen that I've served with, the accomplishment is not my own. I was a member of a team. I was an American soldier, a warrior, and a member of a team. I served the people of the United States, and I hope I lived the Army battles. And I don't have words of wisdom. You know, there's people that have those words of wisdom that can impart these, you know, beautiful, eloquent words. But I'm gonna try my best. You know, if I can share one thing before I leave with the soldiers, is to never give up. I look back at my career, and I look back at my military life, and you know, I'm honest with myself, and I was never the best. I was never best in anything. I wasn't the best soldier. I never had the best PT score. You know, so I mean, Flanagan always had the best PT score. You know, I never shot 40 out of 40 all the time. That's Colonel Good. Yeah, he does it all the time. You know, I was never the best soldier, but yet I was awarded the EFMB. You know, how's that? It's because I never gave up. You know, my EFMB looks exactly the same as everybody else's EFMB, even though it took me 4 times to do it. And I was getting older and older. I was glad I did it when I did, because I don't think I could make the road much now. You know, so as a leader, there were so many leaders that were better than me, that were the best. You know, I look at leaders like these 2 sergeants majors here, my battle buddies. There's so many. Master Sergeant Barnett, Sergeant First Class Clarence Carter. He's retired already. But to me, I look at them as the best leaders. I look at them as best, not me, I just did what, I did my best. You know, and with all that, and with their mentorship and their help, I was awarded the Sergeant Ordinary feat. I was inducted into the club of Sergeant Ordinary, which is not, it's not easy to do. But I did it, and if I can do it, and I'm telling you this, I'm not, like I said, I'm not the best at anything. The only thing I think I had is that commitment to continue, that commitment to move forward regardless. I almost actually, I almost wasn't going to make it to this point in my career because I was gonna give up, and I can tell you, as a staff sergeant. Because I kept getting passed up. I spent more time as a staff sergeant than most people spend in the Army, you know? But, so I told her one day, I said, listen, I don't think I'm gonna make it anymore, so I think I'm gonna just drop my retirement paperwork. What I'll do is, we're gonna go home, once we leave Germany, I'm gonna drop my retirement paperwork, and I'm okay with, you know, being a staff sergeant, getting out. Plenty of people have retired as staff sergeant, that's okay, you know? The Army heard the R word, retirement, and bam, they promoted me to sergeant first class. I said, oh no, you ain't going nowhere. So, then shortly after that, you know, I was promoted to master sergeant. You know, I can't give you any formula, any surefire ways or anything that say, hey, if you do this, you will be a master sergeant, because I don't know it. I really don't even know how I got here this far, except without the support that you as the soldiers and you as my family have given me throughout the years. But what I say, if you remember anything, remember that throughout life or throughout your career, reach for the stars. Reach for the stars, because in my opinion, that if you reach for the stars and you fall short, you're still in heaven. You're still in heaven. And I'm pretty sure that's a pretty good place to be. You know? So, like Sergeant Major said, and a friend of mine said, don't get out because you will get selected for Sergeant Major. You know? He said, you get selected for Sergeant Major. But I think I have reached the point where I said, like Sergeant Major Flanagan said, and I had in my spirit, he said, dang, he said it. He says, now that my soldiers, the privates that I trained, the privates that were in my formations, most of them are staff sergeants, and one of them in particular is a staff sergeant, promotable Staff Sergeant Morales. Where you at? Staff Sergeant Morales, he's Staff Sergeant promotable. So now he is a private. I was a staff sergeant, he's a private. Now he's gonna be a sergeant first class. I'm a master sergeant. I said, my job is done. Because he can do it now. So thank you, because you gave me the way out. So, to my family, Naomi, Sarah, Ellie, Gabriel. I'm gonna mention my brother Israel, he's in the hospital, so he couldn't make it here. And my two half-sisters, Tanya and Lisa. I'm not the type of person to put my business out on Facebook, but I did it this time. And I put down that, you know, the closer and closer I got to this day, the nervous I'm getting. And I asked Facebook, is that normal? Because I have a lot of Facebook friends who are already retired, who are getting ready to retire. And I asked, is that normal to be so scared this close to my retirement? So most of my family members, with my sisters and my brother said, hey, you did your job. It's time to come home. So I listened. So I did my job, so I'm coming home. To my sister's family, Sandra, her husband, and all of the support that, you know, Jennifer and Wendy and all that, I thank you so much. Because without your support, she probably wouldn't have been able to support me. She was worried about issues back at her home station. She wouldn't have been able to help me in my home station. So I thank you for that. Yeah. Giovanni. I've been in active Army 20 years now, and you're 19 years old. So that means your entire life, you've been in the service of the
been in the Army as well. Up, down, thick and thin, when I was deployed, you were there. I know in the last, in 19 years, I've been hard on you. I know I've said, I complain a lot about all the stuff that you don't do. But I brought this up before and I'm gonna say it again. He says, I'm also gonna bring up the stuff that you didn't do either. You never caused me sleepless nights. You never had me up worrying about what were you doing? Is he doing the right thing? Is he with the right people? Because you never did that. I only have you, so I have nothing to compare it to. So, but you are the best son a father can ever have. And I am so proud that you have been by my side. To my lovely wife, Patricia, they say that being, that us as service members, as soldiers, we represent the 1% of the whole population that is able to wear the uniform. And I'm talking past and present. So as I'm on that subject, I also want to thank my brother for his service, because my brother was in the Army as well. But my brother, Gabriel, always loves to outdo me. And I'm gonna show you proof of it. I joined the Navy, so he had to join the Army. I went to the Marines, so he had to join the Rangers. I had a son, so he had to have two. So he had twins, so he always had to outdo me. But thank you for your service. I know what's going in your heart right now because you've been here before. Patricia, they say that serving is the hardest thing to do. It's one of the hardest things in the nation to do, to be that 1% of the population that actually supports and defends the Constitution. But I say different. I say it's the spouse and the family members, because throughout my career, I've had field manuals, I had Army regulations, I had drill sergeants, I had officers who have shown me the way. And as long as I listened, as long as I did the right thing, I was on the right place at the right time, doing the right thing in the right uniform, I would be successful. But I looked it up, I even Googled it. You can try it and it says what Army regulation covers Army spouse, or how to be an Army spouse. There isn't any. There isn't any. Maybe they should come up with one, but there isn't any. So that means that each of our spouses, each of our family members have to learn it on their own. And that's, I think, the greatest. They say behind every great person there's a spouse. But I disagree, because not one time, Patty, were you behind me. You were either by my side or ahead of me, and I was the one double time to catch him. I could not have done any of what I had done for these last 20 years if it wasn't because I knew that the house was taken care of. I never had to work. I spent a lot of time away from home. I spent a lot of time with my soldiers. But I was able to do that because I knew that my house was in order. I knew my house was taken care of, so I didn't have to worry about that. Patty had that, and she had it all by herself. I had the support of my battle buddies. I had the support of my chain of command and my NCO support channel. She had her. So after 20 years, I'm gonna finally hang up the uniform. Hopefully I'll put in the hard hat and the reflective belt of a longshoreman and walk side by side with my brother if everything works out right. It has been an honor and a privilege to serve these great United States. I told that to Master Sergeant Barnett yesterday. I said, I'm ready, but I'm scared because, like the Colonel said, like Sergeant Major said, I'm leaving a family. So it's like when I deployed and I left my family, it hurts as well, you know? Now, when I leave, I'm gonna go and I'll get a job and I'll have co-workers and I'll have, you know, people I work with, but it won't be the same as my comrade in arms. Because he who puts this uniform on, he who sheds his blood with me forever will be my brother. So thank you. Thank you for coming and braving the weather. It's been an honor, again, it's been a privilege. Sergeant Major Flanagan, thank you for those wonderful words. And like he said, I've been following him. You know, he was I was a staff sergeant, he was first sergeant, he was my first sergeant. I was a sergeant first class, he was my NCOIC. I was a master sergeant, he was my sergeant major. Now, I finally beat him. Because I'll be Master Sergeant retired Laboy with the beard and my hat. And funny you mentioned the hat. Because every day since my retirement got approved, I've gone to the PAs and looked at the hat. And I picked them up. And I looked at which one. I said, which one am I going to be wearing at Walmart? And then the other day, there's a lady that works at the PX. I guess she picked up on it because she kept seeing me going there, look at that. And then she asked me, so I told her, you know, yeah, I'm getting ready to retire and stuff like that, and blah, blah. So yesterday, I went back and I was looking at the hats again. I said, should I get it? She goes, man, you ain't giving up. He said, it's that time now, because she knows today was my ceremony. I said, yeah, it's my time. And I still couldn't find a way to buy that hat. You know, I just couldn't come to the realization that I was actually going to be Army retired. You know? But all good, like I said, all good things come to an end. You know, and this is not really an end; it's just a new beginning. You know, the first thing they tell us in SFL TAP, that's a Soldier for Life Transition Assistance Program, to help us transition from military life to civilian life, was that you are not transitioning from Army life to civilian life. That won't happen, and that never can happen, because from now on, you're going to be called a veteran. So like my brother, my mother, who served and retired, they're veterans. So all I'm doing is going from one rank to another rank. So again, I thank you all. It's been an honor and privilege, and thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, in appreciation for his contribution to the Army and its mission, the men and women of the United States Army are proud to have served with Master Sergeant Laboy and assure he will always be a valuable member of the Army family, even in retirement. We wish him and his family every success in the future of his endeavors. At this time, please stand for the playing of the Army song and the departure.
March along, sing our song, we're the army of the free. Count the brave, count the true, who have fought to victory. We're the army and proud of our name, we're the army and proudly proclaim. First to fight for the right and to build the nation's might, and the army goes rolling along. Proud of all we have done, fighting till the battle's won, and the army goes rolling along. And it's high, high, hey, the army's on its way. Count off the cadence loud and strong. For wherever we go, you will always know that the army goes rolling along.
Take seats, everybody. For some reason, we didn't do this one. I guess it left in the stack. So all the rehearsals, at least you get the flag right. But the most important thing at the end of the day is this one. It's this recognition of your service to our great nation, as we just discussed. So on behalf of the entire team, Master Sergeant Laboy, you are now retired.
Thank you, sir.
There it is.
This concludes today's ceremony, and thank you for joining us. Please join me up front. Congratulations to Master Sergeant Laboy and family members, followed by refreshments in the back of the room. Vanguards, one team.